All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Shem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to all the Yakim across the globe, pushing the word of truth in the city. I want to say Shalom. This I die now from the gym at Chicago camp with a quick little lesson. All right, basically, about going to the doctor, man. You know, and us as being Israelites, we hate going to the doctor. You know, we don't get our physicals. Why? Because we're scared of the results. Because we know some of us been living haphazardly and recklessly, not taking into consideration the things that may have been told to you to better yourself. Okay. On the flip side, the spiritual side is what we're going to get into. Okay, because this is really what it's talking about. All right, about going to the doctor. All right, we really, in the truth, we have to go to the doctor, man. All right, and not like Esau's doctor where we check ourselves twice a month or twice a year. No, this is a daily checkup. You know. So without any more talking, I'll just hop into it. This is Haggai 1:5. So now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways, man. Okay? Alright, so the Lord is telling us to think about the things that we do. Alright? So we got to consider the things that we're doing represents Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Our actions and our words and our thoughts and the way we move is a representation of Yahweh Shai, man. Alright? If we're walking in the footsteps, we got to make sure that we're walking in the footsteps worthily, man. Okay? So we got to consider our ways, man. Will the Lord do this? Will the Lord say that? Because he gave us his mind. He gave us his words. So all we should be doing is using the mind and the words of Yahweh Shai. Alright? The true physician. So now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways, man. Alright? So with that, I'm going to jump into, let's see. For Corinthians 28. Alright? 1 Corinthians 11:28. It says, but let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. Alright? So the Lord said in Haggai is that we should consider our ways. Okay? The way you consider your ways is by examining ourselves, man. Alright? It says, but let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. Alright? So we consider our ways and examining ourselves. We should, like Sarge been teaching, the Bishop Shakaria has been teaching, alright, and been saying that in the last couple of months, alright, is that having the scriptures and the word having free course, alright? And the way to do that is that you examine yourself, okay, because we're eating and taking of the body of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Alright? Hey, we're at a Passover every day, Akim. Okay? We're to eat and sup with the Lord every day. Okay? So we must examine ourselves and go to the doctor every day, which is these scriptures, which is Yahweh Shai. Verse 30 says, all right, I want to get to the point. It says, for he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself. Okay? So if you're unworthily doing this by not going to the doctor, examining yourself, considering your ways, hey, you really don't care about the Lord's body, man. And it says, if you eat it or drink it unworthily, you'll receive damnation. Now, let's see what that damnation is. It's Jeremiah 50:13. It says, because of the because Jeremiah 15:13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall wholly be desolate. Everyone that go by Babylon shall be astonished at her, and hence at her plagues, man. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord, man. Okay? Shout out against her round about, and she has given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she has done unto her. Okay? All right, so that's the condemnation, man. All right, and to further prove that, let's go to this, all right, because we don't want to be judged with the sinners, man. I'm going to get that too, since we on, I'm going to get back to the scriptures too, but I'm going to get that too. Damn, what was it? Isaiah. Isaiah, so Isaiah 13:9. So behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, man. Okay? So that's the condemnation that the Lord is talking about, man. That judgment. Alright? So you gotta take heed of how we partaking of the body. Alright? Taking of the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Alright? Let's go to 2 Corinthians 13. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove yourselves. Know ye not your own selves how that Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates, man. So if you saying you're the Lord, okay, you should know. How you should know? Because you're examining yourself, man. You should know where that scratch on your arm came from. You should know where that bruise on your knee came from. Why? Because we're constantly looking at ourselves, man. You should know why the Lord is jacking you up, so to speak, on most of the issues, man. Okay? You should know when you're reading and you're watching videos and you're in the spirit talking to brothers that when they speak, you're being cut. Why? Because you're examining yourselves, man. Know you're not your own selves. See, the reason why Jake don't want to go to the doctor because they don't want to be found that they're sick, man. Okay? Just because the car look good on the outside don't mean the engine is any good, man. Or the interior, man. Okay? So we got to examine ourselves. Don't be like those Pharisees who were clean on the outside but dirty on the inside, man. Okay? We must be going to the doctor. This is Mark 2. Mark 2:17. When Yahushua heard it, he saith unto them, they that are whole have no need of the physician, but they that are sick, I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. Okay? But guess what, Akim? Hey, we are all sinners, man. The Lord said, there's not a just man that doeth good and sinneth not. There's none that's done amiss. Okay? Now, you got to get the understanding that the Lord has chosen his elect who understand these things. Okay? Right now, the elect are made whole. Why? Because they have Yahushua. And they're walking and they're examining themselves, man. Okay? But we got to remember, we have to be truthful with ourselves, man. All right? We don't pass along diseases, man. We don't pass on false doctrine and bad manners and bad examples, man. Okay? We be examples. We be those altars and those ensigns, man. Okay? The more you examine yourself, the more you chip it off that dirt. Romans 7. This is Romans 7 and 22. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bring me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this body of this death, man? Okay? Hey, we know there's we're constantly battling, man. Hey, we can't ignore this fight, Akim. Hey, you can't ignore a correction, man. You can't ignore the results of your physical, man. And the Lord just, hey, look, not only does the Lord use his words, his book, okay, but he also uses brothers to examine you, man. So that, hey, in order to be examined, guess what? You got to come around. You got to be looked at. But yet you should do a self-checkup before you leave, man. You look in the mirror, get yourself, all dolled up for the nigga woman. Make sure you get your clothes out the cleaners. You wash your car and vacuum it out and put the smell good in there. You examining yourself to go look good for the woman. How about examining ourselves to look good for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man? All right? So with that, I hope it was edifying. And until next time, Shalom.